sent out that the application process for the county's Monco 2040 implementation grant program is now open and will be until, I believe, March. Correct? And that opportunity, we as a township have applied for the grants in the past with a rejection each and every time, I think for 2 consecutive years at least. And I thought that this is an opportune time for the Planning Commission for us to, discuss that as a chance for our township to realize some monies to do some kind of capital project that would be a benefit to our community. So I guess at this particular time, I don't know, did everybody on the commission get a chance to at least look at the announcement by the county and what is available? It's, I believe $1.5 million is going to be out there for projects, of which I think we can access up to about $200,000 if we were granted it, more likely $100,000 grant award.
And so Phil had called me. Excuse me, gentlemen, we're still meeting. Phil had contacted me and had me, kind of poke around the county and see what I could find about previous applications, and I'm still poking around, so I will let you know what I yield with my search. But this is something that I would be happy to help with as your planner, to write grant applications, to help you write them, to give you any feedback that I can. So just putting that out there.
I know that, money is always good to come by, and I guess it comes down to, are there any opportunities that anybody wants to, put out on the table for consideration? I know we had a previous grant, which was to sidewalk, I believe, from the townhomes to the Perkiomen Trail through, I guess, the eastern side of Spring Mountain. But I suppose at this particular time, we could either revise what we once submitted, or we could start anew if we wanted to do that. I think that there's enough of a time frame that we could put something together that would be new. It may be advantageous to take what we had before and refine it. I'm not sure. Maybe Carol, you can jump.
If you would like, I'll give a brief bit of history on those previous applications. There had been applications submitted before trying to foster, as you say, connection from the townhome communities to the Perkiomen Trail. The township first submitted an application to connect from the townhome communities through the basin area over to Mary Jane, to the Spring Mountain community there, as a first step to start getting people closer to the trail without having to walk down Spring Mountain Road. And my recollection, and I'm doing this from memory because I wasn't prepared to discuss it, my recollection is the township said, yeah, that's great, but we want you to actually connect with the trail. So then an application was put in the following cycle that showed a sidewalk, as you say, along Spring Mountain, and that went up to Perkiomen Avenue, with the idea again that then in another cycle we can connect through the basin property to the townhome community. Unfortunately, there wasn't enough apparently there wasn't enough communication with property owners along Spring Mountain Road. And the county came back, the county was wise, the county came back and said, before we award this grant, we want to know that these people are on board with this. And they didn't hear that. They didn't hear that at all. They heard quite the opposite. So that's why we failed to get the grant money in the second round. To reapply to that, the first step would be for the people from the township to talk to those property owners and see if they've changed their mind. Failing that, there has been a petition brought forward recently from some homeowners in the Cedar Hill community for installation of a sidewalk along the Ocean Road. And I was actually thinking maybe Julie and I could speak about that briefly after the meeting, whether or not that would fit in with the Monco 2040 goals. I think there might even be a possible connection with
excuse me, so along Goshen Road, we had a petition from residents that live up and down it, including Grimley Road and the intersection. Petition asked for sidewalks. If you walk around that community, there's sidewalks everywhere, except for a pathway when you're going up Goshen Road, the basin being on your left-hand side off of Grimley Road. If you go up that way, there are no sidewalks. I will let you know that I have spoken with residents along that area, and if you drive through there during school bus times, you'll see a lot of parents and children having to walk in the road. There was a strong request via petition that if we look at the installation of sidewalks, the Board of Supervisors approved discussion with our engineer to conduct a little study to determine costs associated with potential sidewalks. And even at our last Board of Supervisors meeting 2 nights ago, that same issue got brought up again, thanks to Chuck for sharing that grant with Carol, because again, the residents would strongly favor having that sidewalk along that way. There were two options as well. There were two options, I should make that very clear. There was one along the basin side, and then one along the opposite side of the road.
So what kind of length would we be talking about? I mean, is it
Okay.
a quarter mile or?
No, not really, because the one on the basin side, that's the only linear footage I know. That's about 378, say 380 linear feet. Let's round it up to 400 linear feet from the end of the sidewalk until the stop sign. The problem is on the basin side, on the right-hand side, if you're looking towards the stop sign, that's private property. That's not owned by the development. I believe it's owned by the Whitings, George and Barbara Whiting. So you would have to get an easement from them. On the left-hand side, that is township owned property, and that's a lot longer because on that side, they don't have a corresponding set of row houses there. So I would say probably you're looking at maybe 1,000 linear feet.
I'm just going to reference Carol, because Carol actually did this.
Oh, you actually?
And I'm sure she's actually looking it up right now.
Well, then I'll just do it.
No, I appreciate that, but I just know that
I read it off the county land.
No, I appreciate it.
But only when we were talking about it being on the basin side, because that's the shorter side.
No, I
But
get it.
then I went, when we did the land record research, wait, Lower Frederick doesn't own this. But haven't there been concepts, Pam, about
Well, we wanted to
doing a park or a trail?
There already is a trail there where people walk their dogs up through, and we're gonna do a more formal gravel trail up there and make a vista with a park.
And then maybe you could look at the
Picnic
side,
area,
that would
and
make
a
sense.
system of trails there, there's a nice natural area there. It's an area where we're gonna conduct a cleanup this next spring coming, because there's a lot of debris out there in those woods, mattresses and chairs and refrigerators and you name it. And we're gonna do a cleanup up there in conjunction with PWC's stream cleanup. We're gonna join forces and get the job done up there and hopefully get the neighborhood involved as well. But that's part of our plan too.
Traveling the shorter distance was, as you said, about 370 feet. It was about 870 feet on the other side of the road. I did some very rough preliminary estimates just based on unit prices and square footages. And the probable cost for the short side of the basin side to build it within the right-of-way, as a nice 50-foot right-of-way there, would be about $57,000. The probable cost on the other side of the road was $97,000 or $98,000 as a probable cost. There's a couple easements that would be needed to connect those sidewalks up to the top of either easement. On the side that is the longer dimension, I think connecting to that park entrance
Yeah.
might be beneficial based on my
Yes,
review of the minor
yeah.
point.
I think it's a nice.
So that might make it a more interesting application to the County Planning Commission, but we haven't had a chance to discuss that, and I'd be glad to show you some maps tonight.
Yeah.
I just want to add that whatever grants you do, if you get it to us in time for the regional, we can support that, and we've always been told that helps.
Yeah,
capture.
definitely helps to have the regional.
So if I know in advance, even if we're not meeting, we were able to get certain things.
I'll keep
But they have told us that they would be willing to have a special meeting just for the purposes of drafting a letter and getting it in.
Oh, awesome.
The only other thing, oh, Chuck.
Sorry, I just wanted to add one quick note. If the planning commission and the board of supervisors decided to agree with that, I can tell you right now, this room will be packed with a lot of happy residents that would be able to safely walk their kids to the school.
Warren, you had your hand up earlier.
Yeah, this isn't about that particular sidewalk. It goes back to what the original thing that Carol was talking about Spring Mountain Road. When you were looking at putting the sidewalk on Spring Mountain Road to connect to the trail for the townhouses, was there any consideration given to crossing Spring Mountain Road and hooking up to the railroad bed behind the township building here?
Yes, but we don't have any rights to do that.
I was wondering about that because studying the map, it's hard to figure out who owns that.
Yeah.
It's listed as being owned by the township, except for a little section up near the railroad trestle. But then it's not really clear who owns the parcel up there.
Well, the problem is, and I'm not a lawyer, I'm just speaking from what I remember, okay? We have a lawyer here who was involved in this one. Our former solicitor was involved in this, where my recollection is that the deed said when that railroad was abandoned, the ownership reverted to the underlying owners, to the people who owned the land on the other side. And so those lands reverted back to, when the railroad abandoned it, they reverted back to the people who owned the property beside it and underneath it. And that was actually a big fight with the county.
Well, I
Because
remember
the
the
county
fight,
wanted to put the
and that's why I
trail
was
in.
actually trying to research those deeds, and it's not clear by researching those deeds.
But it seems to me that it was made clear by some court fights that predated me. And so we
It's not
don't,
clear.
we don't, well, again, if you want to, I don't know, if former solicitor would
Yes,
still be available.
usually a court order would not necessarily be attached to a piece of land, so much as you have to go find that in the prothonotary's office.
Yeah, all it's available, maybe it would make sense to research those deeds and see if that's available.
Well, here's where we are today.
When I was vice president of the firehouse, that's back when we had soil on the ground over here, the first sewer plant. On our deed, it did read, once they were gone, it resorted back to us,
Yes.
the fire company. Okay, so it was right in the deed,
Yeah.
as I read it. That's how,
That deed's actually clear.
it was clear.
The other section is not. Was recorded right now.
Well, we had various connection maps and things, and I think there was, some of the property owners were not in favor of us, so those linkages were removed. I remember that clearly.
Oh, I remember the fight for the section of the trail here.
But that had nothing to do with a legal fight, it just had to do with a map that we were, for planning purposes, and we decided to remove those linkages. So I think that was an initiative that we decided as a township that we didn't want to take. But while you're talking, one thing you mentioned over the summer, when you had all the rainouts and you couldn't park people on the field, you talked about putting sidewalking so people could park over near the CVS and go over to where the event might be. Do you remember that?
Well, yeah, there's one little section.
Is that something you want, is that something that would be applicable for this grant?
Oh, I think so. There's like, Doug, how many properties between Wawa and the township field? You know, across your place, up to your place.
1, 2, 3, there's three to Doug's, 3 of them up to your place, Doug.
Yeah, when we were discussing that, the problem with holding events at Cole Park is parking. We don't have a place to park, it's wet, you can't park on the field. And we had to cancel our concert 2 times because of that. And I was searching for alternatives and how we could possibly make the thing work. And one of the things that I thought might be an option I suggested was park on Circle Drive, because Circle Drive is pretty wide, you can have temporary parking there, probably enough parking for an event like that. But the problem is everybody, the pedestrians, have to walk across the circle, across the Wawa, and then the sidewalk ends at Wawa, and there's 3 properties that you have to cross, people would have to walk across people's lawn. And when I discussed that with the police, they didn't have any problem with using the pedestrian walkway that we already have through the circle, and they said that they wouldn't, will be fine, you know, they could supervise something like that. The problem is the little tiny section that doesn't have a sidewalk.
So that actually brings, just brainstorming here and thinking out, if you don't mind, but that brings to mind that we do have an approved NPDES permit for the Colonial Park, for putting in parking there, so that there is sufficient parking, to hold events and concerts. And maybe that's something we should be talking about, the Monco 2040 grant.
Certainly, that should be a long-term plan.
Because I mean, it's approved, but when you do your sewer project, the excess fill from that goes to Colonial Drive, and the park plan's already, the NPDES part of the plan's already drawn up.
Well, to add to that, we've also talked often about connecting Cuddy Park and the Colonial
Right.
Southwood Station Road, the lands or open space. So, you know, perhaps if that didn't use up enough of the funding, we wanted to embellish it with a connective component. I think that would be worthy of that type of application as well.
I think all those connections are good things to think about.
Yeah.
You know,
Anything that is connecting things in the community will be looked favorably upon by the
I
county.
think we were looking at maybe even just an improved shoulder.
Yeah, we had two challenges there. One is Colonial's a state highway, so we depend on approval for everything we did. And the second is we have some waterways and wetlands crossings there that will be interacting with some deal with permitting for that. It's a grand idea. It's got some challenges.
So can I ask, if there are a few different projects, does that mean you can only pick one and have to move forward from there? Is that correct?
That's what I would recommend doing. I think you have the best chance with one strong application that's really fleshed out than, you know, a few maybe smaller applications. So I would probably focus on one project.
So let me ask, I'm sorry for going on, but is this something that's typically offered each year by the county?
It is. And the categories, I believe, are the same as they were last year.
The reason I ask, and I'll be very upfront about this, I think we need to prioritize what's important, what's happening right now. And I'll tell you right now, drive through Goshen River Road and see the kids that are walking the street. And I think that's something that I would hope that everybody in the room can take into consideration.
Yeah, Matt, again, I was just brainstorming.
I appreciate that.
Last week. Yeah, that's an everyday event. right?
Exactly, whereas the other ones are maybe a once a
No,
year
that's
event.
just-
That would impact, it sounds like
Immediate public benefit.
that would impact the most amount of
First.
community residents
Yes.
in the quickest amount of time. The others are all excellent ideas,
Fantastic,
but
fantastic.
that would have the greatest impact quickly, so.
I agree.
You know, kind of like when you had suggested the grants before, that, you know, you had said, come up with a couple different ideas, and then prioritize and say, you know, what's the most important, and then go down from there.
Plus it ties into the open space in the park.
Yes, especially,
That's a
and
big plus.
now you
Yeah,
can utilize that
exactly.
open space.
I have a question to Julia. Can implementation grants be dovetailed with, say, DCNR grants? So if we wanted to, you know, look at a grander project into the future that sort of incorporates perhaps the purchase of open space or something like that, can we access that as a application to the county, but put in an application that would dovetail to that, let's say DCNR?
That I'm not sure. I have to ask Scott Grants, who knows all the things about grants. But I can ask him when I'm poking around, looking for tidbits on their last applications.
I think this year's cycle of DCNR grants is due in April,
I believe so.
and I believe that the Monterey 2014 funding, since it's coming from the county, could be used as a match towards DCNR state funds.
I don't want to say yes or no because I'm not sure. We're getting into the nitty-gritty money stuff that I usually don't have to deal with, but I'll definitely look into it. I feel like DCNR would be interested in, you know, they want good projects, shovel-ready things, and I think that, hey, it could be worth a shot. But I'll look into that when I get back to the office.
What's the window on using the grant, the implementation grant money?
I believe I want to say it's 3 years.
Okay.
Because We're just now starting to get some projects that are being completed, like in front of the Schwenksville Fire Company. I think they were putting some new stuff. All right.
So the township could use your idea to go for the Monco money and then go into the next cycle of DCNR grants and already have the match established, which
Yeah,
we would
it's-
need to have from DCNR to know where all the money's coming from, including the match.
It certainly would take a lot more planning than we have a window of opportunity to do now, but looking down the road, there's an opportunity for, getting an increased bang for our buck, or applications, I should say, rather than buck.
So it sounds like the consensus is to focus on the sidewalk.
I do have the county flyer, if anybody wants to take a look at that for, the grant program that has, sort of some guidelines and so forth.
Assuming the board is okay with that, since you're up here. Nobody said anything, so.
I don't think we can make any decisions in this form, is that correct? That's correct.
No, but I meant.
But you're not hearing any objections.
It's not an official vote, but I mean, just because our window is so limited that,
Less than 60 days in the first of the year.
Julie's really got to focus on one thing as far as I can see. So hearing no objection, I would say that would be where your vote should be.
Okay.
And I'll share with you the information about it.
That sounds good.
Okay, so just briefly to recap, we had a steering committee meeting, and it was just a very quick meeting because we didn't think we should wait until, Thursday in January before we actually sat down and started to talk about things. So what we talked about quickly was outreach, how we're going to connect with people. We talked about websites, we talked about Facebook, we talked about posters. Where it all came down to is the county is going to work by our next meeting, I guess, come up with some concepts for advertising, namely logos, layouts, and how we can try to reach out to people, whether that's through signage or some electronic media. That was one. We talked about having our first public meeting, which would happen sometime in the spring, April, probably, something. And also the need to establish task forces, and how do we go about doing that. And so that's part of the process. There was a whole list of things. And probably we're going to have a few task forces that will have several things under each umbrella. I doubt we're going to have too many task forces, right? So we'll probably have maybe 3 or something. So those things were discussed in some broad strokes. And we did have a sign-up sheet tonight. I thought you had it out.
Yeah, I've got it.
So if anybody is here who wants to participate, we'd be happy to take names and numbers, so to speak, and so we can keep everybody